Welcome back with Coffee with Jasmine on Intellectual Radio. How you guys doing today? Today, I'll just tell you about it. I got Dunkin' today, okay? I couldn't resist. I really like their macchiato. It's an iced macchiato with caramel flavor. I their drinks honestly are way cheaper than obviously Starbucks, but when I say I feel like their macchiato is better than Starbucks, and Starbucks is obviously price is like way steeper, but either way, it's really good. You're supposed to like, I don't know, now it's like all mixed together, but basically at the bottom it's a bunch of creamer, and then at the top it's like the coffee, and you're supposed to like mix it all together. I'm the type of person I don't mix it because it's just good separate. But it's really good. Like I stated, it's a macchiato and with caramel flavor, and it's iced macchiato. I don't know. Don't ask me why I got a cold drink today instead of a hot drink because it's literally so cold outside right now. Yesterday when I woke up, it was my car told me it was 10 degrees. What? 10 degrees? Like that freezing. And then when I got outside today, I had snow in my car. And then I just found out that we're supposed to get like a bunch of snow. I'm not excited, but either way, that doesn't stop me from getting iced coffee. I mean, yes, it's cold outside. Yes, I'm going to be freezing, but at the end of the day, I prefer ice over hot. But today we actually have a special guest. I'm really excited. I'm not going to get too much into it, but that's why I'm wearing my shirt, my sweatshirt now. I'll get into more of it a little later into the show, but I really want to start off with a little more of the Capitol invasion, not more so like all of it, but just one person. I thought it was real interesting. Her name is Jenna Ryan. She's a realtor. She's from North Texas. She came into DC on a private jet. Okay. Private jet, okay, into DC, and she posted several pictures walking up to the Capitol, taking pictures around DC and stuff like that. And then she actually had a whole 21-minute video, a live stream on Facebook, her and her friends going up to the Capitol and stuff like that. And I really want to read to you what she stated. Okay, this is word for word of what Jenna stated. Okay. I just want people to know I'm a normal person, that I listened to my president who told me to go to the Capitol, that I was displaying my patriotism while I was there. And I was just protesting and I wasn't trying to do anything violent. I didn't realize there was actual violence. Miss Ryan. So you think you breaking into the Capitol is not violent, not a crime? Okay, got it. Got it. I just really want to read that because I was reading that on a Newsweek. I'm sorry, a Newsweek. It's a New York, magazine and stuff like that. And I was like, what? This, like, you did not think that was against the law, like, at all? But either way, that's what she stated. And as of right now, she also went on when she was on the news. She also stated that she wanted Trump to pardon her and the rest of the rioters at the Capitol invasion. And I just thought it was funny because Trump's out of office now and he definitely did not pardon them. He pardoned over 70 people, but they were not in the list. They never got added to the list. I'm pretty sure he can't pardon anyone. No, he can't. He's not president anymore. So it's just really funny. It's just mind blowing how she's like, I did all this for the president and the president told me to do X, Y, and Z, and now I need him to pardon me. And then he didn't. So it's like, are you still a Trump supporter, even though you're supposed to be like a Republican supporter or whatever? But I wonder if she's really feeling Trump right now that he didn't pardon her and her friends because of the Capitol invasion. But it's funny. Also, another thing that I saw is she was asking people to pay for her legal fees that she's going to have because I think she's going to take it to trial. But she was asking people on her Twitter, can they like donate to her and stuff like that? Tell me why PayPal shut her down. So she no longer has a PayPal because they were sending money through there, and they shut it down because she was trying to get money and stuff through there. I'm not. It's like a whole situation, but PayPal basically kicked her off. She was really upset. She's on Twitter talking about it and stuff like that, and it's just it's just funny to me because I don't think they planned this out very well. Okay, like going in, storming in because Trump told them to, and then now they're like going through all the stuff, getting kicked out of PayPal. Her job probably is up in the and she's a realtor as well, so it's probably people probably aren't going to want to go to her anymore. I just think they didn't plan it out well, and they're going to be in some big trouble. But then again, it's like you can be like arrested and charged for these things, but will they be convicted? Okay. Like, yes, the FBI is rounding up all these people at the end of the day, but these are still like allegedly and stuff like that. Will they get convicted? Let's see, like March time, summertime. I feel like it should be settled by then. Let's see if these people actually get jail time. Let's see if these people actually get convicted with fines and stuff. I really want to see that. Okay, the next thing I want to talk about is COVID. And of course, I have to talk about COVID like every time because I mean, we're going through a whole pandemic and it's not going anywhere anytime soon. But I got this information from NBC Chicago. So basically, I just want to talk about the vaccine, honestly. So our governor of Illinois, basically, we're in, well, our phase 1B, as he calls it, rolls out on January 25th. Basically, CVS, Jewel Osco, Walgreens, all these places will have the vaccine. And that's at that point, you can sign up to get the vaccine, but it's for essential frontline workers. And some of the people they put on there or professions they put on there is teachers 65 and older and like postal workers and stuff like that. And I don't know, I thought it was like interesting, even though obviously I definitely do think teachers should 100% get vaccinated. It's just that they're not in the classes right now. So like why do they need to get vaccinated right now? I know they're going through a whole plan of like trying to get them back into the classrooms and stuff like that. But me personally, if I was controlling everything, I would 100% advise them like stay home, still do it from home and stuff like that, and then have them get vaccinated later on because I don't think kids should have to go back to school right now. Honestly, I don't. They're in the works to like have that happen, but I really hope they don't do it until this was all done. But I know like the mayor wants to get these kids back in school, and I know even honestly parents want their kids back in school. I get that, but it's not safe. COVID is still a thing, obviously, and not everyone has the vaccine right now. I feel like a very small percentage of people actually have the vaccine. Like what I'm saying right now, like phase 1B is starting on January 25th, and teachers, post office workers, stuff like that are going to get it. And obviously, like grocery store people, like cashiers and stuff like that are going to get it as well. But you also have to think about it. The vaccine is two different parts. So you need to take two different parts, I guess, to be good. But honestly, I don't know. Like I say, I really don't think kids should have to go back to school just yet. I think they need to wait all the way until like a whole nother year. But I honestly, I feel them going back in the fall. I feel like kids are going to go back into the fall. Hopefully, many people are vaccinated by then. But then again, not everyone's going to be vaccinated by that point. But we'll see. But with the phase 1B, the governor thinks by like February, March, all the essential workers should hopefully get their vaccine and stuff by then. I personally believe it's probably going to take a little longer, but then again, he's the governor. He knows what he's doing and saying and like and stuff. But hopefully, I don't think it's like a whole process. Honestly, I think it's like a shot and done. But hopefully, we can get that all done in good time. But the thing is, I feel like these websites, because you have to sign up, you can't just go up to CVS and Jewel and say, "Oh, I want the vaccine." You have to sign up online and put in your like personal information and stuff like that. I have a feeling all these websites are going to just crash because everyone wants the vaccine. Everyone wants to be safe. So hopefully they have a system whereas the website isn't crashing and we're having to like freak out and trying to sign up all at once. I feel like everyone's going to be on the websites. So we'll see how they plan to do all of that. And honestly, I also lastly wanted, before I bring out my guest and have our little break, but I honestly first want to talk about Larry King. He sadly died on January 23rd, which was Saturday, which was yesterday. He was 87 years old. They haven't said why, or I'm not why, how he died just yet, but he honestly had a bunch of issues in general. Like in 2017, he was diagnosed with lung cancer. He's had some heart issues. And then back in 2020 of December, he caught COVID. So I think he's just been through a lot. And then also he was 87 years old and he's a legend. He's been doing a bunch of different things. And I think, I don't know, it's just really sad because I feel like he definitely lived a long life. I didn't know he was 87 years old. I was like, dang. Like, I knew he was definitely up there for sure. Okay, for sure. He's interviewed Ford, the president, like a bunch of presidents, interviewing them and stuff like that. He's just been around for a long time. That's all I wanted to say. He's been around for a long time. I didn't think he was that old. Not old, but like I definitely, like I said, I knew he was like in his 80s, but 87, very close to 90. But he lived a long life. I mean, obviously we obviously didn't want him to die and stuff like that. But I definitely think he lived a long and good life. So that's good. And he was a CNN host for 25 years, and then he got his own show, and it's really sad, but he's a legend. He's left us in great memory and stuff like that. So only want the best. But we're going to take a little break right now. Make sure you tune back in Coffee Time with Jasmine on Intellectual Radio. Next, we're going to talk with George Palmer, talk about his own clothing line. I'm really excited. So make sure you tune back in.
Lord, I believe in you. 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 I don't believe in you. And I gotta stay sick when God can heal. I don't believe in no. When God can heal. I don't believe in no. And I gotta stay hurt. I got to live. Lord, I believe in you. Lord, I believe. Oh, Lord, I believe in you. Lord, I believe. I'm a believer. I've been washed in the blood of the Lamb. You forgave me of my sin. You forgave me all my sins. And I'll never let you go. Never. And I'll never let go of your hand. Oh Lord, I know that I do. Oh Lord, I believe. Oh Lord, I've been washed in the blood of the Lamb. You forgave me of my sin. I know you did. Yeah. And I'll never let you go. No, no. I'll never let go of your hand. I don't believe that I must stay sick. I don't believe that. No. I don't believe it. No. Lord, I believe in you. Lord, I believe in you. I don't believe it. No. That I gotta stay sick when God can heal. I don't believe that I gotta stay broke when God can heal. I don't believe it. That I gotta stay hurt. I got to live. Lord, I believe in you. Lord, I believe in you. Lord, oh Lord, I'm a believer. Lord, I've been washed in the blood of the Lamb. You did it all for me. You forgave me all my sins. You looked up my phone and found my need, oh God. I know. Ain't nothing gonna stop my doing. Oh Lord, I'm a believer. Yeah. You forgive me all my sins, oh God, I know you did. And I'll never let you go, no. Lord, I believe in you. Oh, in your healing, Lord. In your power, Lord, I believe. Oh, Lord, you've been my shelter. You've been my healing, Lord. I believe. Yeah. Oh, yes, you are my God. Hey, the Bible says, if I seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, oh Lord, I believe. Oh Lord, yeah. You see, if I call on the name of oh Lord, the Bible says, you've been so good to me. You will heal my. You said you were. Could never leave me.
Hi guys, welcome back with Coffee with Jasmine on Intellectual Radio. We're here with George. Hey.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Can't complain. It's a little cold outside though.
It is a little cold. Do you like the cold or are you more of summer, spring?
Nah, I was born in the summer, so I'm a summer baby.
Okay,
Yeah.
I understand. I understand. Honestly, I like this summer, but when it gets too hot, I prefer the fall. Honestly,
Yeah, I feel like. I
yeah.
definitely feel like it's easier to dress in the fall time.
Yes, because in the summer it's like it's hot. You want to be kind of like naked, but then again, you can't be naked because of the sun, and then it's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot going on.
It
It
really
is a lot
is.
going on.
Okay, so I have a question. Do you like coffee or what?
So, at Western, I used to work at Dividend, so like
Right,
I'm
right.
kind of fake addicted to coffee.
Fake addicted. Why?
Yeah.
You don't really like the coffee?
So it's like I like it, but I only like it when I make it.
Okay. Yeah, I understand
Yeah.
that. I understand that. So are you more of like a caramel chocolate, like mocha, I mean, not chocolate, like flavor type of person?
I'm more of a caramel white chocolate.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Have you
that's
ever
me.
had Starbucks' white hot chocolate?
No.
You need to try that. On one of these cold days, please try that. It's white, yeah, white chocolate. It's so good.
Okay.
It's really good.
Let's see what's
And it's
going
like a hot chocolate, but obviously white hot chocolate.
on. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so let's get into it. So can you I'm sorry. Okay. So today you're obviously here because you have your own clothing line.
Mhm.
So when did that start?
I started 2017, January 1st. 2017 was my first release.
Okay. So
Yeah.
what did you release and why did you start? Well, no, what did you release?
I released 5 T-shirts for my first release, and
Okay.
then a month later, I released 2 T-shirts and a crew neck.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So what made you start this clothing line?
So what made me start was one of my friends from high school, Rayvon. He had his own brand, and it's called Just Gang.
Mhm.
And I bought one of his shirts, and I was like, "Dang, this is nice. I really like it."
Mm-hmm.
And then I started thinking like, I like to dress, so maybe I could try something out, see how it goes, and
Mhm.
really, so he actually kind of inspired me to start my own clothing line.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
And then what, like, I know the name of, well, your brand is To The Next. So how'd you come up with that name?
I came up with that because I used to run track in college, and I was just always thinking about like what's next in life. Like
Mm-hmm.
I just got to move to the next thing. Like and then I always hear people say it like unconsciously. I'd be like, wait, they just said my brand name, and they'll just be saying, yeah, we're moving to the next topic, and that always like
Instantly think of that.
touches a part of me. Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool. So you said you ran track in college?
No, in high school.
In high school, do you
yeah.
miss it?
I miss being in shape. I don't
Yes.
miss
The actual
actually running.
activity.
Yeah, I don't miss the actual activity of running.
You probably miss like all your friends and stuff though, like the teammates.
Yeah, no, we still close. To this
okay.
day, we still close because
That's
we
good.
went through some tough times on that track. So, we still real close to each other.
I don't know how you did it.
Me either. I don't. Looking back at what we used to do, I'm thinking like, yeah, I was crazy.
Yeah.
That was not a good idea.
I see. Okay. So if someone wants to like buy your product, what's your website's name?
On my website is tothenext.com, the number 2, DANEXT.com.
Cool. Okay, and then what motivates you to work harder?
Well, one, I don't want to work for anybody at the end of the day. Like, I want to be my own boss. And then secondly, like, if you go on my website, you can see that one of my motivation, like one of the mission statements is I want to open jobs for the youth in my community. So, like, that pushes me as well.
That's cool. Okay, so I really want to talk, obviously, on the front of your sweatshirt, it says Chicago Kid, but on the back, so what are because I know you just explained that, the back of the shirts, so sweatshirts.
Yeah, so the back of this garment, and personally it says overcoming obstacles. So it's like a sentence, almost like Chicago Kid overcoming obstacles since 2017. Because
Okay,
the back has the year that I started in Roman numbers.
that's cool. That's cool. I like that. And you have them in a bunch of different colors and
Yeah, I
stuff
have
like
these
that?
5 different colors. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay. And what's your favorite thing about running your own business?
My favorite thing is the creativity that it allows me to have. Like, I don't have to really do a check and balance with anybody besides my customers, of course, because like I have to see if they like it. But other than that, if I want to drop a hoodie in the summer, I can. If I want to drop shorts in the winter, I can, just because it's all me. Like, I don't have to really answer anyone.
Right. And for the design of the hoodie, did you like collaborate with someone, or did you like come up with it by yourself and stuff like that?
For this design in particular,
Yeah.
I actually me and my friend Sean, like, we were on the phone, and I was telling him, like, I sent him a bunch of ideas, and he was just sitting in front of the computer, and he was like, "What you think of this?" And I was like, "Change this and this," and then this is how we came up with it. Yeah.
And what's a product that you always sell out of the most or have?
sell out of the most.
Yes.
I would say hoodies go fast.
Yeah.
A medium hoodie is the
Nah.
quickest thing to go. And then something I always have is like hats because, bad hair days, you
Yes.
just throw it on quick as
Yes.
possible.
That's me on Saturday when I go into work. I'm like, okay, I can put on my hat real quick because we all have those days, honestly. Okay, and then obviously we're all going through the pandemic and COVID and stuff. So how has that affected your business? Has it helped? Has it not? Like, just tell me about
Strangely, seeing as though everyone's been at home, it's
Mhm.
helped my business because everybody's just sitting at home shopping.
it. Yeah.
Granted, you have nowhere to go for real because
Mhm.
everything's closed. But people have been shopping, and I get a lot of people that like for the jogging suits. Everybody be like, "I want one. That's gonna be my airport outfit." And I'm like, "Okay, cool. Come by this real quick."
Yeah. And honestly, I feel like it's so casual too. So it's like you could wear it like the airport and like wear it anywhere like to work on a Saturday or something like that. So that helps that your clothing line is so like casual and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So that's good. And I'm sorry. Okay. And I also wanted to know, what's your company goal for the next 5 years?
In the next 5 years, well, as I've already started, I have an internship program, but I want to
Yeah, I saw that.
for marketing, but I want to turn that to like a full-time job. So I want to be able to hire people, and I also want to have at least one store open in Chicago on the south side of my neighborhood. So that way I'll be able to give more people in my community jobs.
Right. Okay, that's cool. And I know you were talking about earlier about like giving, like obviously youth, like giving back to your community and stuff like that. So how do you plan on doing that? Like,
so my plan is to have like some form of a warehouse where like I'm doing my own printing and doing like all of the graphic designs and having people screening on the shirts and like packaging, sending them out. So I would basically like bring them in as like probably over the summer internships to give people like a creative mind to do whatever they want for, especially for like kids that's big on art, because that's not really pushed in the schools. They push more like science, math, but people are really creative. So if you let those creative juices roll while they're younger, then they can get older and do anything.
Honestly, I agree. And then honestly, I don't think this whole like them not being in school is such a good idea as well. Even though I just stated earlier they don't need to be in school, I 100% agree with that statement. But them not being in school, I feel like stops that creativity as well. Like, like I don't know. When I was in school, we had a bunch of like different like after school activities where you can be creative, play games and stuff like that. Crafts and gadgets. But when you're at home, you don't have those. Well, some kids don't have those things, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like it's more so people of color that don't have those things. So I think what you're doing or what you're going to do would be great. And that would be really cool. And would you have your warehouse here as well, or would it be like?
It would be in Chicago.
Okay.
I want it to be in my neighborhood. Definitely want it to be in my neighborhood.
Okay, cool. And have you been looking at like spots for your store?
Yes, I have actually. It's a few spots. One spot is on Hallstead, 123rd and Hallstead. Then it's a lot of spots on 119th that I would, in between Hallstead and State, that I would like to use. There's a lot of like old storefronts that I've been looking at that can like have a mini warehouse in the back, but it can still be a storefront in the
Okay, so you want to combine that?
Yeah,
That's
I want
nice.
it to be in the same location.
Okay.
So that way I don't have to like pay rent for two different places.
That is smart. That makes a lot of sense. Okay. That's really cool. Okay. So is this a plan for the next like 3 to 5 years? Like when you wanna, so we can come and shop, like honestly.
Okay, so realistically I would like to have the store by the end of the year.
Okay.
But like having the whole warehouse and having all the printing equipment, that's really expensive.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be a little down the road. So possibly like that would be the 3 to 5 year margin. But at the end of the year, I would like to have my own store.
Okay, that's cool. Honestly, I know with like the pandemic and stuff going on right now that there's honestly a lot of like funding for like small businesses. So, I mean, I think even though COVID is bad, that's been helping a lot of people out. So have you been able to get some funding through that?
Yeah, I've been able to get some of the funding,
That's cool.
I've been able to access it, and it helped me a lot, actually.
That's good. That's good. Hopefully Joe can help us a little more.
Yeah, hopefully Joe can, help us out a lot.
Honestly, a little more. I mean, it's only been how many days? Well, today's the 4th. So yeah, it's only been 4 days. He's been in the office. He hasn't done much yet. I mean, I know he pushed back loans to be paid up until like you don't have to pay up until October of 2021. But honestly, I think you should just get rid of the student loans. Like stop pushing it back.
You can chalk those.
Honestly, chop them up,
chalk those.
Throw them away. But I think you can probably honestly come out with more funding for small businesses, and I think that'll help a lot of people like you as well.
Yeah, definitely.
But is there anything else you wanted to say, talk about, let people know?
I do have a release coming out this week. Yeah, I have some.
This week? Okay, tell us about it.
So it's gonna be based around like calendars and setting dates and stuff, like accomplishing things. Most of my releases are like around some type of sentence, so it'll have some type of sentence on it. I can't get y'all too much information, y'all gotta see that when that drop. But
yeah,
definitely this week it's gonna be based around a calendar and like fulfilling different things in life.
Okay, definitely put your Twitter out there right now so people can look you up and, see about that.
My Twitter is To The Next Clothing, and my Instagram is just To The Next, the number 2 DANEXT.
Yes, and if you can't find that, I'll retweet everything. What date are you releasing it? It doesn't matter. I'll find it. I'll retweet it, and we'll keep you guys up to date. But George, I really want to say thank you for coming here with me today and talking about your clothing line.
No problem. Thank you. Thank you for having me, actually.
You're welcome. You're welcome. But you guys, that's it. Coffee with Jasmine. We had our first guest today. Whoa, over here. But we had our first guest today. It's been fun. I want to say thank you for tuning in to Intellectual Radio Coffee with Jasmine. You guys have a nice day. I don't believe that